So I've got that the difference of two numbers, p minus q, difference always means minus. The difference of two numbers, p minus q, equals 18. P is the larger number, and it's the same as 4 lots of q. So P is the same as 4Q. What do I do then? Well, whenever I see P here, instead I write 4Q, because I know that P equals 4Q. So I write that into my equation 1 by substituting. So wherever I see P, I write 4Q, and we call this one equation 1. Substitute into equation 1. So P is the same as 4Q, and therefore I start writing 4Q now. 4Q minus Q equals 18. 4Q minus 1Q equals 3Q, telling me that 3 lots of Q equals 18. Q then, I don't want to know what 3 lots of Q is, so I divide both of my sides of the equation by 3 to get what 1Q is. 1 lot of Q, 3 divided by 3 is 1, equals 18 divided by 3, which is 6, giving me that Q equals 6. Now I know the answer to Q equals 6. But P, I know, is 4 lots of Q. And I know that Q is 6, so P equals 4 times 6, which equals 24. So now I know that P equals 24 and Q equals 6. The final thing that I do is a little check. I substitute 24 back into equation 1. I know that P equals 24. Let's put 24 here then. P equals 24. Q equals 6. Whoops. Q equals 6, so I write 6 here. 24 minus 6 does equal 18. So my check shows me that I've done everything right. And I know that if I checked here in the second equation as well, 24 is the same as P, and that should equal 4 times what Q was, which was 6. 4 6s are 24, so I know that everything is right. Okay, and then we had another equation here where we have, let's call them x and y this time. X is 5 times what y is. One of my numbers is 5 times larger than the other number. So x is the same as 5 lots of y. And which is the biggest number? Well, it must be x, because it's the same as 5 times what y is. And I know that the difference between the two numbers, x minus y, equals 40. The difference between the two numbers is 40. But I know that x equals 5y, so I substitute 5y into this equation, giving me 5y minus y equals 40. 5y minus y gives me 4y. That tells me that 4y equals 40. I don't want to know what 4 lots of y is, I want to know what 1 lot is, so I divide both sides of the equation by 4. 4 divided by 4 gives me 1, telling me that 1 lot of y equals 40 divided by 4, which is 10. I now know that y equals 10, but I also know that x equals 5 lots of y, which is 5 lots of y is 10, so it's 5 lots of 10 equals 50. So I now know that x equals 50. What do I do now? My two checks. If I've done it right, x, which is 50, should equal 5 lots of y, which is 10. 5 times 10 does equal 50, so my first check works. My second check then, well, x is 50, y is 10, 50 minus 10 does equal 40. So my second check works as well. So that's how we solve any two equations with two unknowns.